What's going on, guys? NoSlack Novak back with episode 2 of Plutocracy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed episode 1. We're going to do episode 2 right now, and we're going to try to further our cause of becoming the richest person in the country. Oh, what would you like, Stephen Price? Congressman Stephen Price from Illinois wants to buy Hall Brothers shares. Okay. Well, I own 1.91%. This gentleman wants to purchase all of my shares. And unfortunately, he's not really offering what it's worth. Right now, the market price for a share is $1.59. He's only offering to pay me $1.43. So, Steven, I'm going to have to refuse. Thank you, but no thank you. It wouldn't really make any sense for me to sell that, would it? Now, unfortunately, I only have $429 at the moment. I'm going to have to kind of just play the waiting game and see if these people pay me back. Oh. Austin Adams, who owns 25% shares in Hall Brothers, is suggesting that we get a business loan of $365,000 at a rate of 12.4%, which that's actually a really good interest rate for that much money to increase reserves. The net income will decrease the company by $45,000. So basically, we're going to have to pay the bank loan of $45,000 every single quarter. Now, I don't really want to have our quarterly income go down $45,000. But from my experience with this game, a 12.4% interest rate on $365,000 is really good. And we would actually be able to use that $365,000 to help advance the company, hire more workers, expand workplaces. But because I only have a little bit less than 2% shares in the company, that wouldn't really benefit me too much. And I think the risk, I'm going to vote against it. We're going to see what the rest of the shareholders in the company do. He's for it. And he is he's not against it. He's just, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. So basically, it was approved. 39% of the shareholders wanted it to go through. 59% didn't really care what happened. And me, all by my lonesome, said no. So I lost. We ended up getting the loan. And we can actually see that if we go to the map, we go to Illinois, we go to the company that we own the shares in. We can go over here to management. Statistics. And if we click on reserve, we now have that $384,000 loan has been added. We now have $424,000 in our reserves. That is for, like I said, expanding the company, or if something happens with maybe, I don't know, if the workers in the company go on strike and now they're demanding $100,000 to go back to work, we could pay them that $100,000 out of our reserves. Now, we do have debt payments of $45,000 because of the loan from the bank. And our loan rate is right here. And a couple other things. I mean, we won't mess with this too much right now. It's a little too early for that. It's just some basics. We have 24 workplaces, and right now we only have 12 workers, which I would love it if I could come to the rest of the owners of the company and say, like, hey, well, why don't we expand? Because typically, if you add more workers, they'll generate more revenue for the company. However, I don't know if that's something that they'll change eventually, but as of right now, that's not something that I can propose. The only thing I can really propose right now is that we do a company expansion. However, the 24 workplaces we have, I could propose that we expand to 32. However, I don't want to do that because I know that even if we do expand to 32, they're not gonna hire more workers to make us more money. So right now, it just doesn't make too much sense. Anyways, let's continue on. I would like to own more shares in this company. That's for sure. That's something I'm going to focus on throughout probably the rest of the game. My goal right now is to just own 100% of this company. When I own 100% of the company, I can make whatever decisions I want, including hiring more workers. Now, we do have $40,000. Excellent. So it seems like somebody that owed us money on one of those loans actually repaid us fully. So $40,000, that's a nice chunk of change. And we are still going to have another loan out there. And now we're getting dividends of $1,300 every single quarter. If we own more shares of the company, that number is going to go up. So let's go ahead and do that. Austin Adams, let's negotiate with you yet again. Now we're going to try to purchase as many shares as we can with that $40,000, which right now would be 26,039 more shares from Mr. Austin Adams. Let's go ahead and negotiate. Do I want to lower my chances but get a nice little 4% decrease in the price? Or do I want to just kind of go for the easy route? Or I could increase the chances of the argument being successful and just pay just a tiny little bit more. I, however, am going to gamble just a little bit. Okay, we're going in round 2. That's perfectly fine. What do we want to do here? Do I want to maybe press my luck a little bit more? I think I do. All right, looks like we're going in round 3 of negotiations. Oh boy. Let's see, get a 5% more discount. Since this is round 3 and we actually have another one, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do that one. Okay, we're going into the last round, round 4. This one, oh man, you know what? Let's just go for it. We're gonna go for a great deal. If this goes through, it's gonna be amazing. Oh, it went through. Amazing, beautiful. Look at that. We purchased. Well, it was originally gonna cost us $40,000. Getting the same amount of shares ended up only costing us a little bit more than $34,000. So we just basically saved $6,000 because of our shrewd negotiation tactics, which is great. Absolutely awesome. What we can do is we can now use that almost $6,000 to maybe purchase a few more shares. Let's go over here to Elijah. It's not going to be a lot. It's only going to be 4,200 shares. Let's try to negotiate here. Let's try to get a good deal. Okay, round 2. Let's go with this one. No reason to go this one over this one. And then here, I'm just not willing to pay that extra 6%. And this one, I think, is going to go through. Yep. Beautiful. So we just purchased an extra 4,000 shares because we saved that $6,000 on the previous deal. So that's not bad at all. We now own almost 5% stake in the company. And before I check, we were getting dividends of about, I'm guessing, $1,300. Now, if I hover over it, now our dividends are almost $3,500 every single quarter, which is excellent. We're making really good deals here. Making really good deals. Let's go ahead and let's advance time, just so that we can get a little bit more cash in our pockets. Use that to make some more deals. Might be worth our time once we do get a little bit more cash to see if we can maybe lend out a little bit more money. That just kind of increases our reserves here in the short term. This is nice. This is nice. Oh, somebody wants to... Ooh, okay, this is going to be interesting. Check this out. Dylan Rodriguez wants to buy our shares. We have 4.93%. He wants to purchase them all, and here's the kicker. He's willing to pay us 16% more than what they're worth. We are absolutely going to agree to this deal, and I'll tell you why. We're going to get $88,000 from Dylan here. $88,000. We owned what? It was 4.93, right? And we got an achievement. Good. So we got this. I'll be able to explain a little bit something to you guys. So Dylan purchased our 4.93 shares of the company. We now have $88,000. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here to Austin. I'm going to make a deal. I want to purchase all the shares I possibly can with my $88,000, and check this out. If it's successful, we will no longer own only 4.97% or whatever it was that we owned the company. We're now going to own 5.7. So we basically sold some shares for a little bit more money than they were worth, and now we're going to purchase those same shares back, well, those same shares plus more back at a cheaper price. Let's go with this one. Save a little bit of cash, 2%. And it was successful. Just barely, but it was successful. That's the name of the game, guys. Try to outsmart some of these guys. So Dylan purchased our 4.93, and we sold it to him and then used that money to purchase even more shares. So beautiful, beautiful. That's the name of the game, guys. Now, while we're here, I went over here to the achievement little thing, got a little coin for that. I can use that on purchasing basically some knowledge. There's 3 sections: economic, diplomacy, politics. I'm not going to mess with politics at all. like probably honestly throughout the entire game. I think the politics section would be more useful if we had gone for the other objective, the other winning objective. However, diplomacy is okay. Diplomacy is something that we can focus on. Like, for example, we can purchase more phases of negotiation. So instead of being limited to 3 or 4 rounds, we could purchase more. We could purchase something called etiquette, which will help us where if we fail negotiations, it's not going to hurt us as badly as it currently will. I'm sure we'll get into that a little bit more in the series. Psychology, planning, trading, all that good stuff we'll talk about a little bit further. However, economics. That is where the money is, quite literally. Finances is something that we can increase on. If we choose to purchase the first level of finance, that will reduce our maintenance costs by 15%. Now, let me show you something here. Right now, we're paying $2,220 a quarter in maintenance costs. What exactly that is, I am not sure. I don't know if that's maintenance on that house that we own with the bookcase and the fireplace and all that good stuff, or if that's maybe maintenance on the stocks that we own. However, it's a problem because I don't want to pay that. So I could potentially get the 15% discount on that. Now you can see their taxes are $668. We can also use bookkeeping here to lower that by 15%. Now, what would we rather lower? 15% off of $600 something dollars or 15% off of $2,000? We're going to go ahead. We're going to go for finances. I'm going to purchase that. And now instead of paying $2,220 every single quarter, we are going to be paying $1,888. So we saved a little bit less than $400. Let's advance time. We still have $1,700. However, not too much we can do with that. Austin Adams, who owns 16.8% shares of the company, wants to expand. He suggests investing the company's free capital in 4 new workplaces to 28. Normally, I would be all for that. However, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to abstain. I'd be all for that. However, we don't have enough workers to even cover the workplaces we have now. So, in my opinion, not worth it. But nobody voted against it. And 34% of the shareholders said that that's what they wanted. So that's what we're going with. If we go back and we actually check that out. Why can't I click on Illinois? That's not Kentucky. See. Kansas hasn't joined. Missouri hasn't joined. All right. Well, something's going on here. There it is. All right, good. So Hall Brothers, we click on that. You can still see. So we did expand. This was, 24? Now we're at 28. However, we still only have 12 workers. So all in all, it didn't really do anything for our company, which is unfortunate. But hey, I didn't have enough say in the company to overrule that decision. So just another reason why you want to own more and more shares of the company. You can start being more influential. Your vote matters a little bit more than everybody else's. And then you can start kind of running the company however you want to run it. Ultimately, though, we want 100% control of the company. Now, we do have... Oh, look at that. $54,000. Ooh, and it looks like our company hit a little bit of a roadblock. So now, since we're no longer getting any kind of money from the loans, we're solely relying on the dividends. Now, the dividends they went down a little bit. We're only getting $1,000 a quarter in dividends, but our expenses are too great to the point to where we're now losing almost $2,000 a quarter. Now, we could purchase more shares and increase the dividends, but what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to take that $54,000, almost $59,000, and I'm going to purchase, I'm not going to purchase anything. I'm going to let people borrow that money. So let's see, we're over here. We need to move over to Illinois and Doable. And now let's find someone with their hand out who would like to get a loan from us. As of right now, here we go. Lucas Murphy here wants to borrow some cash. And he is not reliable whatsoever. So I'm not giving Lucas Murphy a red cent. How about you, Jeremiah? Are you reliable? 70%. No, you're not reliable. Evan, how about you, man? 79. No. Olivia, 59%. Getting a little bit better, but no, I'm not willing to let any of these guys borrow money. Lucas Gray, Jones Oil CEO. 77.7% chance he doesn't give us our money back. Oh boy. We might have no other options than to just purchase some more shares. Lauren, a little bit less than 50%, but still too big of a risk. Not willing to take that. Mason Cook, how about you, sir? 81.8. Brandon Torres. Ooh, heck yeah. Let him borrow $20,000, and he's most likely going to pay that back. Absolutely. Here you go. Make $12,000 off of that deal. Now let's, yep, got another achievement. Awesome. Let's go all the way back down. See if there's anybody else. We still have $34,000. Let's see if there's anyone else willing to take a loan with our money. Alex, 87%. No way, Jose. Chase, how about you? 67. Elijah, I think we already talked to Elijah, didn't we? 44%. Getting to the end of the line here. Not too many more people in California. 27%. That's still high, but you know what? We're going to go ahead. We're going to do that. Finish that one. Got another agent. We'll cover those more in later episodes. I don't think we're going to have to deal with that anytime soon. Luis, how about you, sir? 59%. No thank you. Last one. Last one in Illinois. That's wanting to borrow cash. 20% for only $5,000. Sure. We're only going to make $2,000 off of that, but hey, it's better than nothing. We did get another achievement, so what I think I'm going to do... Nope, not go here. What I'm going to go do is increase our finances even more. And the reason I'm going to do that, like I mentioned earlier, right now our maintenance fees are $2,780 a quarter. If we do that, that'll increase our finances to a 30% discount. And now they've been lowered to $2,290. So... saving a little bit of money now and for every single quarter for the remainder of the game. Now we still have $14,000. Let's go ahead. You know what? Let's check out to see what some of our items here are worth. We could sell this candelabra for a $6,000 profit, and the wine over here we could actually sell for a little bit of a loss. So we're not going to do that. But let's see. If somebody wants to purchase, yes, Devin here wants to purchase the candelabra. Is he willing to give us the full price? Yes. So the selling price right now is 17.8, which is a nice $6,100 increase in what we paid for it, and he's willing to give us the entire amount. Let's finish that deal. We now have $32,000, and again, we got another agent because we helped him with his ambition. Now I want to go back. I want to purchase some more shares in the company. There we go. Hall Brothers. We own 5.7. I want to purchase a little bit more. We're going to continue trying to make deals over here with Austin Adams. He's been pretty friendly with us outside of that first deal. $32,000 worth of shares, 21,000 shares. If this deal is successful, we would own 7.8% in the company. Huge discount at 9%. Let's try to do that. Beautiful. Worked out. Worked out. Love it. Ended up paying a little bit less, about $3,000 less, as a matter of fact. And our dividends are going to go up as well. Let's check that out. $1,400 in dividends every single quarter. And as you can see, we now own 7.86. So we're making a dent. We're making a little bit of a dent in our ownership of Hall Brothers over here. Now, the funny thing is, it's Hall Brothers. However, I only see one Hall brother. Adrian Hall here owns 46% of the company. Nobody else named Hall owns a piece of the company. I wonder if they had some sort of a negative, bad breakup or something, or who knows? Maybe the brother died, or maybe, I don't know. Elijah Gonzalez, who owns 12.6% of the shares, wants to get another loan. We don't need another loan. We already got one. And see, and this one's 40%. The last one we got was much, much better at like 12%. I'm gonna strongly go against this. Even though I only have a little bit less than 8% of the vote, and I'm already being outvoted. Dang it, dang it. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Oh well, nothing I can do. That's exactly why you want to become more of an owner in the company. That way you can kind of override some of these folks. Jeremiah Foster wants to purchase almost all of our shares. We have 7.8, he wants to purchase 7.4, and he is going to give us a little bit extra cash for it. 7% more than what it's worth. That'll give us $127,000. Let's go ahead and agree to that. And as you guys already know what I'm going to do, I'm just going to repurchase more shares. Let's go to Austin Adams. And we've got a deal for you, Austin. We're going to sell, we're going to try to purchase $130,000 worth of shares. And that would put us at 8.5. Let's gamble with this one. Ooh, oh, almost successful. That could actually be good in the long run. Let's do this one. We're going to lower our chance of success by 6%, but we're going to give us another 3% of cost cutting if he accepts it, and he did. Awesome. So we paid almost 9% less for those shares. So instead of 130,000, we only paid 118. So we still have a nice, almost, well, a little bit over 11%, or 11%, $11,000. We can use that $11,000 on, let's see, we could use that on, let's try Elijah over here. Kind of looks like Samuel Jackson.
What country you from? What? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what? What?
Let's try to make a deal with him. That'll give us an extra, oh, he wants us to pay 15% more. That'll give us an extra 6,000. Let's see if we can maybe cut a little bit of a deal with him. This is not going to be accepted, but okay, good. I'm actually happy that didn't get accepted because I don't want to pay that extra 12% or whatever he was trying to charge us. Let's try working with Dylan over here. We originally sold him some shares. Let's see if he's willing to sell to us. Let's do this one here. Try to save 7%. I'm all about saving that money. All right, we'll go into round 2, no problem. Let's try to save a little bit more. This is not going to get accepted. Ah, yeah, that would have been too good of a deal for us. Too good of a deal. Can't negotiate with Jeremiah because we just sold him those 7.2%. We can try with Nathan. Let's go for this one. Save that 5% and only hurt us by 5%. Round 2. Ooh, this is a great one. Argument C is excellent. Doesn't hurt us in the negotiation department, and it saves us an extra 6%. Beautiful. So we just saved almost 11% on those 7,000 shares. Good, good, good. Still have a little bit of cash left over. Not going to do really anything with it because it's only a little bit more than $1,000, but look at that. We now own 9.2% shares of the company, just solely based off of our shrewd negotiation tactics. We sell for more than what they're worth, and we typically purchase the shares for less than what they're worth. So, yeah, I'm very happy with that. Every quarter, we should have a little bit more than $5,000 coming in. Right now, our dividends are nothing, unfortunately. That's probably because we just purchased all those shares this turn, and it's a little too late in the game, in the quarter, to be able to get paid for those shares. But that's okay. I'm not complaining. And look at that. Jonathan Nelson here wants to purchase almost, well, 2/3 of our shares. But look at that. He's willing to give us 17% more money than what they're worth. Are we going to do it? Of course we're going to do it. However, we're going to make this deal in the next episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you guys are enjoying Plutocracy, do me a favor. Hit the like button. If you want to see episode 3, you want to see what I end up doing with this $104,000 extra, hit the like button, comment in the comment section, give me any tips, tricks, and advice as to what you would like to see in the game. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Until then, stay safe. Bye.